Hello, Roger Gallegos, founder and owner of Beacon Marketing. Hope you're having a great day. Wanted to speak to you today about strategy, specifically marketing strategy. One of our core principles or ideas is the value of marketing strategy. I would venture to say that is the basis for which Beacon Marketing was founded on. We saw the reason I started Beacon Marketing, the reason I wanted to create a company like Beacon was to help small businesses develop a strategy for their marketing. Too often, I saw businesses try to market themselves, but they would do so in somewhat of a haphazard fashion. They just knew they had to market themselves some way, so they would go with whatever might be popular at the time. Maybe it was SEO or social media, whether it be Facebook or Twitter or Instagram, whatever they read about or the last thing they went, they try to do that thing. And I would always get phone calls, oh, I want to try this new thing. And that new thing, which was nice and it may have worked, but it didn't fit with the strategy. We had nothing, no basis for it. There's no way that it could easily fit in. So you almost had to sometimes change course. And it would cost a lot of time, money, and effort. So one of the things I looked at is that it's not it's not wrong to look at new things, but it has to be in the framework of a strategy. And the reason people got lost and they were frustrated with the marketing is they didn't have a goal. They didn't have an endpoint. Their only goal was to make more money. And this is not to be pithy, but that's why we're in business. You're in business to make money. A for-profit business is there to generate more revenue, an increase in revenue. So that is the goal. But when it comes to marketing, you need something more. You need to be defined with your goals. And that's why a strategy is so important and what a strategy could do for you. So here are some things, other things aside from being more but needed. Here's the specific things that a strategy can help you do. First and foremost, it aligns with your business strategy. So what happens and what we believe is your business strategy should be internal. That's the thing that keeps you going forward, and your marketing strategy is that business strategy in action to see the external. So like the external, so people outside your company know what's going on and know what they can expect and why you're different and why they should purchase something from you. So if you're selling widget A, and that's what you want to manufacture, your business strategy should be about how you can most effectively make more, manufacture more of widget A, where your marketing strategy should be how do we sell more of widget A, because that's aligned. And then you do the same thing. So what in your business strategy, whatever you are doing to make it special, whatever you're doing, the steps that you take, that should be reflected in how you market it, because you say this is the things that we do, this is why it's so special. So the two things are hand in hand and you're able to move forward, so people know what they can expect, and then when they make the purchase, they're totally satisfied. The next step, or the next not the next step, but the next thing is it really helps to identify the customers you should be targeting. So, and this is part of your business strategy as well. When you're creating a product or a service, you really should. I mean, you obviously should be doing it with the customer in mind. Oftentimes, what happens is because you're so eager to sell that a service or product, you just say everyone and you start marketing to everyone. But then when you market to everyone, you end up marketing to no one. And what I mean by that is you make the message so general and broad, it doesn't resonate with anyone. But when you're in your marketing strategy, when you sit there, you create a target or sometimes multiple targets in your marketing, you're able to speak directly to one or more audiences. And that is very powerful because you're speaking directly to them. You make a connection with the people that you are trying to resonate with, and they understand. They say, hey, this person gets me. They understand what I need. They're solving my pain point. So I want to try their product or service. So understand your audience and understand more importantly, making a connection with the target audience. That's a big reason to think of strategy first. The next thing is it really identifies or focuses the product or services that you should be focused on. And as you grow and build your business, there's probably multiple things that you could think to sell, or products that you can, or services that you could market. But there's probably just a select few that really bring in the money. And that's where the 80-20 principle comes into place, where 20% of what you do brings in 80% of your revenue. That's true with your marketing and in all of business. So you need to find that 20%, and your marketing strategy really helps because it forces you to sit down and says, these are the services that we should be focused on. I cannot tell you how many times that when I was building websites, I would talk to somebody and I say, what services do you want to promote? And they would go through everything. They would say everything. And so when we built a website, everything would have equal weight. But then later on, as we're showing them numbers and we're analyzing the performance of the website, we're saying, well, do you see this service got this much attention? And they're like, well, why do I care about that? That's not even what I want to do. That brings in doesn't even bring in enough revenue for me. That's a low profit margin. And then we would sit there kind of dumbfounded and say, well, you said you wanted an equal focus. So even though you may think that you want to sell all your products evenly, you may want to take a step back and understand that these are the ones you really want to focus on, and those should get your majority attention. It's not to say you don't focus on the other ones or you just forget them. But if they're not bringing enough money, they're not your high dollar ticket items or the high profit margin, focus on the ones that are. And developing a marketing strategy will help you do that. The next thing is it helps you be more efficient and effective and use your resources more effectively and efficiently. Any small business or even a medium business, your resources are limited. That's time, money, and effort, really. And if you have a marketing strategy, it outlines it. You're thinking ahead. You're saying these are the actions that we need to take, and you have a plan. So when you sit down, anyone who's ever done it, and this goes for everything, when you have a plan, it always makes things your day easier. So you sit down and you start engaging in that plan. You know what steps to take. So instead of kind of wallowing around, you know what you're doing. You're going from step A to step B, and then you're able to follow that path. Where if you don't have that strategy, you're sort of going around blind, and then you're not prepared. So if something comes up or you don't have something, you have to it takes twice as long, sometimes 3 times as long, just to get to where you're at. So you need to focus on that strategy to help you keep things in order, and it'll make you more effective and efficient in managing all your resources. The next thing, it really does keep your costs down. Right? We just talked about how you're more effective and efficient with your resources. That's what keeps costs down. You're better able to understand where you should spend your money. That will keep your costs down. So when you have that strategy, it just ties everything together, and it allows you to work more smoothly. So from understanding your audience, tying it into your business strategy, identifying what products you should be focusing on, and just be more effective and efficient, your strategy helps you. Then that's why you should really focus on that first. So you might be asking yourself, okay, that's great, we love it, but where do we start? I would love to get started on a strategy. So here's some quick questions to ask, and this will get you started. This isn't everything, but this is just something to get you going down that path. The first question is, and I like starting with this because it gets people to think. I say, what is your unique value proposition, or UVP? This is something that takes some thought, and there's going to be future videos, and there's going to be a blog on Beacon Marketing about this, about discovering your UVP. But this really is what sets you apart from your competition. This is the thing that makes people say, oh wow, I should go with them. So if you start there, that really helps put things into focus. I've already talked about this, but discover your target audience. Define who those people are, so you could start speaking directly to them. Your messaging could go towards their needs and their pain points. So when they read it and they pair that up with your unique value proposition, they're like, these people get me, I'm gonna go work with them. This one we touched on resources. Stop and ask yourself, what are my resources? This is time, money, and what I call assets. So you want to look at your time. This is an often overlooked resource. People just don't factor. They think, oh, get done. Problem is, it doesn't get done. Make sure you understand what you have to, what is available in terms of time to devote to your marketing. Do you have 3 hours a week? Do you have 4 hours a week? Do you just have 1 hour a week? Understand that, so you can try to fit that in, and you fit into your schedule what you could get done, and it makes your goals you can make better, more realistic goals. Next thing is money. If you don't have a lot of money, then I need to search for things that are free. Do I go with a free stock photo service like Pixabay or something like that? There's a lot of marketing that you could do for free. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, those things don't cost any money. Now, if you want to advertise, that's a different thing. But if you understand how much money you can spend, you can see this is my advertising budget to buy a few ads, and you can fit that into your goals, and your strategy. The next thing is assets. This is another important and often overlooked part. What I mean by assets is, what do you have to devote to marketing? Do you have pictures? Do you need to take pictures? What do you have a phone that could take good quality photos or good quality videos? I'm actually recording this video on my phone right now. So take a minute to evaluate what your assets are, because then that helps inform what you do. You don't want to make a crazy plan that involves assets that you don't have or assets that you're going to get, particularly if you're looking back at the money issue, and money is an issue. So consider those. So the three resources: time, money, assets. And we'll end this video. This is the last thing, last question, and this is really, we'll end where we began. And a question to ask yourself: how does this fit in to my business strategy? Am I aligned? And when I'm done with my strategy, with my marketing strategy, am I promoting the things that my business strategy is putting out? So when I make a sale, or when I make sales, are they matched up with the things that I do best, the things that people are going to get really a high amount of value from? And if it's not, you need to go and either evaluate your business strategy or evaluate your marketing strategy and see where that disconnect is, and make any necessary adjustments. So that's it. That's the gist of it. You need to make a strategy, make sure it's aligned with. You need to make a marketing strategy, make sure it's aligned with your business strategy, and then you'll be set to go. You'll find success, even if it's small. Now keep in mind, this does take time. If you don't have a lot of time, this may take a few months to get going in an effective fashion, but it's worth it. It's worth the time, money, and effort, because you will get better results. And as always, if you have any questions, if you want to learn how to make a strategy for your business, I'm here to help. There's comments. Please let me know what you think. Ask questions. I'm here to help. Beacon's here to help. Thank you for your time. You have a great day, and I look forward to speaking to you next time.